Hey guys, Holiday Boom here, and I make the big things go boom. Today I got another commentary. It's a Hardpoint on Slums, and today I'm doing something a little bit differently. Normally, today I'm actually gonna be talking about the game that I'm showing behind the commentary. It's a very rare occasion. Obviously, at the beginning of my videos, I talk about what game mode and what map it's on. But today I'm actually going to talk about the game because the game kind of ties in with what I have as the title of my video. And of course, the title of my video is Never Give Up. Now, you guys may go, hey Mason, why are you calling this video Never Give Up? Well, I'm about to tell you guys in this in what relates to this game. So this game, I actually don't do well at all. I go like 15 and 24. It was really bad. It was negative. My team was losing at one point, and there was a big surprise attack that the opponent team did in this game, which I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I'm gonna let the gameplay play through. That really impacted us as a team. I was in this game solo, and I didn't really communicate with my teammates at all because I was in solo. But basically after that, we were really struggling, and then finally we managed to come back, capture hardpoints, defend the hardpoints, and we managed to come back winning. So I'm gonna kind of talk about in this game what I did right, what I did wrong, and this is sort of like an analysis of this game. I normally don't do that. I usually talk about something completely different. But I felt like after playing this game that this game deserved to get talked about and whatnot. So we're going to talk about right now. Right now, of course, I'm anchoring. If you guys don't know what anchoring is, basically I'm just holding my team spawn. I'm staying back here towards the hard point, so if my teammates get killed, they spawn near it. Now, you may wonder, what am I doing now? Well, of course, now with 20 seconds left, I got to move over to the next hard point, which is on the other side of the map. But of course I'm trying to get anchor, and I try my best to pick off people. I think it was kind of dumb to come through the graves right here. I think I should have, instead of going at the hard point, move around towards the anchor, because I didn't see the guy on the ground, and there was two guys guarding that area, and now I got a bad spawn again. And now, it kills more time, they're scoring more points, and the anchor, of course, is getting their team spawn. So I may kill them, but they're spawning closer. So now I've decided to go challenge the anchor. And obviously, in this type of hardpoint, you usually have a couple middies on it who defend the anchor. If the anchor is killed, they come back. And luckily, I managed to kill two of the middies, the anchor and one of the middies, but there's still another one back there. So when playing hardpoint on this map, you really got to go for, especially on this hardpoint, maybe not the previous one, go for the anchor and go for the middies, because the middies are huge impact in that hardpoint. Obviously now, with the middies helping out, I spawn way back, and now I have to move over to the garage, which you can still anchor and do midi on the same one, on the same side, but now I gotta capture this one. Now, one thing that really I don't do a lot that really drives me crazy, and I was watching Winslow do this, is even if he's right next to the hard point and they have it, he won't go in right away. He kind of waits, just kind of sees where the enemies are so that he can have a sudden attack and do well. Now, obviously, right now, I'm not doing well. I'm very vulnerable. I'm not really checking my corners. I'm not really sort of focused in the game. This was like poor defense in the hardpoint at the time, and now I decided to go back and challenge the anchor. And a lot of times during my deaths, when I start doing bad, is I'm caught in mid-spring. And if you just saw on the right, I'm using tac mass instead of dexterity. A lot of times people will say, hey, don't rely on dexterity too much, it will, or else it'll affect you. But of course, I sort of rely on dexterity. I like to use dexterity. It's very rare that I won't. A lot of times you won't see me use dexterity in CTF because I'm instead using extreme conditioning. And usually that class I'm using is just to attack, is just to cap flags, really not so much to slay and get kills. But I think right now in this mid hardpoint I'm doing very poor. Doing very poor at checking corners. I really don't see where the enemies are and whatnot, and make me more vulnerable. Like, you got the blue building, you got brick side, you got the grave area. There's too many corners for me to check, especially up top, that I just wasn't checking them fast enough, and thus I was getting more killed. Now, I noticed in this game, I really wasn't getting frustrated with dying so much. I was just playing like it was sort of like a loose, normal game, trying to go for the win, but you know, it wasn't like I had to win this. I mean, near the end, when I realized, oh, we're cutting it close, you know, we might be able to win this, then I just got a little more like into it and whatnot. And as you saw here, one thing I did wrong with that was I should have at least jumped once. I didn't jump shot there, which really affected me, and then my team lost the anchor. Now we have to challenge this hardpoint again. So we're losing by like by a lot now. You know, it's like, or maybe not. Yeah, it's like maybe 10 points, but it felt like a lot in this game because they're capturing the hard points and whatnot, and we don't have anchor, and they're, you know, challenging us with ARs in the back. If you don't know what an AR is, it's assault rifle, because I got a couple people the other day saying, hey, what does AR stand for? And we are losing gunfights. So now realizing one thing that I actually did good right now was I realized, hey, we're not going to get that hard point, and even if we do, we're not going to have much time to hold it. So I just decided to stop and move back towards the next hard point. As you can see, my team, they are spawning near me, which is a semi-anchor, but if any of the opposing team attacks this hard point, we're done. We're not going to get the spawn. And I tried to get the points for the hard point because I like getting the hard point secure points. Helps me get to my streak closer. But once I didn't, I moved back, and now I'm anchoring. Now, I thought that was very good on my part. Now, this part is actually another good thing that I did. Well, obviously, I didn't die from dying from a lightning strike was something good I did. It's actually a different part of the video. It was the same spot, but a different part. But as you can see, I'm challenging the anchors. Now, Fountain is a great head glitch spot for anyone who's interested in anchoring. I don't do much of anchoring when I'm playing with Paradox. That's usually Winslow or Playmaker's job. But, you know, when I'm playing solo, I usually will anchor. Now, you can see they're challenging me at anchor. One thing, you have the head glitch, but don't challenge. They usually, if they challenge you deep, they have an AR, especially like an M8 or an AN, or even a sniper. You know, those guys sniping couple games earlier. But this is something that I did right now. I waited in a corner, and the guy knew I was an anchor, so he was going to challenge me in the right spot, and he just pops out, and boom, I killed him. Perfect. Now, this drove me crazy while I was doing it, but I was like, you know what? No, my team's doing it. Getting the good spawn is way better than just trying to capture the hard point and having a 50-50 shot at getting it, and if I lose, you know, my team might get bad spawns, and that's staying the hard point. One habit that I really need to do is I really need to stay, not if I see that hard point captured or the contested, I really gotta just, you know, say, you know what, is it worth it going after it? Now here's the surprise attack right now. As you can see, the other team got a swarm, which, you know, in league play you don't really expect to get, but with the guys swarming, I knew I was gonna get a couple deaths. You know, we weren't really gonna get the hard point too much from it, but, you know, it's with a swarm, especially in public matches, or if you get a surprise attack in league play, you really just gotta deal with it. You're gonna die. There's really nothing much you can do because you usually don't use any. You know, you might use cold blood, you might use blind eye, but usually I use cold blood in search. I don't really use it too much in hardpoint. So, you know, it was a surprise attack. We were all surprised by it, but we just had to deal with it. But as you know, I could have left the game right there. I've been like, oh, screw that, I'm out of here. But that kind of goes with the never give up. I stayed my teammates and I, we stayed in the game, and we still tried to get the hard point. Now, obviously, we just gave that guy a triple. We are still losing. It's 183 to 190, 183 to 199. Obviously, we're not down by a lot, but we still are trying to push. I'm losing gunfights like no other, and part of that is the dexterity thing, but again, I don't want to rely too much on dexterity, which shows that I need to aim beforehand and pre-fire. But as you can see, you know, we're still losing the hard point, and we're about to lose this game. You know, if we don't win this gunfights, then we're out. And like you saw, I lost another one, but luckily I didn't spawn too far away. I was close, and my teammates, they were helping me out. You know, they were able to take this hard point, and we managed to, now we're at 193. It's 193 to 207, and now they still have the anchor, but luckily now we got it, and as much as this team tried to contest it, we were still killing them. They were they weren't even close, and now we've managed to tie it. And this is when the adrenaline's rushing. You got like 10 seconds left, and it's still anyone's game. But luckily, we managed to keep this hard point, and we got the win. So I want to thank you all for watching. Leave a like and a comment, and see if you like doing this analogy. And I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.